Today in Dr. Doug's Quick Spanish, we're taking a look at subjunctive and adjectival clauses because this is giving some of you a little bit of trouble. So we've already done subjunctive in noun clauses, which is es bueno que, es mejor que, and that's when you're giving an opinion, a desire, a recommendation, etc. Subjunctive and adjectival clauses a little bit different. I don't want you to worry about the nomenclature adjectival clauses. Think about it as subjunctive and the unknown or the uncertain. What do I mean by that? So what I want you to do when this comes up on a test or whatever is I want you to look at this sentence before the word que. We're not worried about what comes after que, just before que. So for example, in this sentence, we have busco alguien. And the question we want to answer is, are we certain that this thing exists or are we not? If we are certain that it exists, we're going to select the indicative, which is just regular puede. If we're not certain it exists, we'll select pueda. So looking back on busco alguien, anything before the que, I'm looking for somebody. Do we know that somebody exists? We don't know. We're not sure. And if you're not sure, it's always subjunctive, right? That's what subjunctive and adjectival clauses are, the unknown and the uncertain. So let's go over here to this one. Conozco a la mujer que habla o que hable francés. So we're going to start by looking at everything before the que. Conozco a la mujer. I know the woman. Do we know that woman exists? Yeah, because I know her. Thus, it's not subjunctive. So we're going to use habla instead of hable, right? So sometimes we'll say that, or it will be said that a trick is to look, is it un versus la, definite versus indefinite? Sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't. That's why I'm suggesting that you look at everything that comes before the que and you ask yourself, are we sure of the existence of that thing or are we not, right? So let's try down here. So if you want to pause the video, take a look at everything before the que, and we're going to decide if that exists or if we're uncertain if it exists. So if you want to pause the video now, take a second. Okay, so tengo un bolígrafo que sirve o sirva. So I have a pen. Does that pen exist? Of course it exists. We have it. It just doesn't work, right? So we're going to go with the indicative, sirve. Muy bien. Down here, pause the video. Okay, so no tengo un bolígrafo que sirve o que sirva. I don't have a pen that works. Does that pen exist? No, of course not, because I don't have it. It doesn't exist. So in this case, we're going to use the subjunctive, sirva. Over here, pause the video. Okay. ¿Conoces a alguien que puede o que pueda ayudar? Do you know somebody that can help? Everything before the que, right? Do we know if that person exists? No, that's why we're asking, right? It's unknown or uncertain. We select the subjunctive. Down here, look at everything before the que. Pause the video. Okay. No hay nadie que puede o que pueda ayudar. There is nobody who can help. Does that somebody exist? No, we just said there's nobody who can help. They don't exist, we use a subjunctive. So I want you to think of this less as looking for key words in there of la versus una or el versus un, etc. Try to erase that from your mind because that can get you in problems sometimes because you see that even here, tengo un bolígrafo in this one, we have an indefinite article, but it's still the indicative, it's not subjunctive. So if you think about, oh, there's a trick to this, there's really no trick. The trick is looking at everything that comes before the que and deciding if you are certain of the existence of that thing or you are uncertain. If you're uncertain, the word after the que has to be in subjunctive. That's it. I hope this helped.